Hey, Bulls Nation. If you're a true Chicago Bulls fan, this is the place to be. We've got some of the most intriguing, and controversial topics about our team right here. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of it. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This way, you'll always be the first to know about the latest Bulls news, insider updates, and in-depth analysis that'll keep you in the loop and ahead of the curve. Let's talk about where the Bulls stand in the NBA landscape. As the NBA offseason creeps along, ESPN recently dropped their early predictions for the upcoming 2024-25 season. I know, it's hard to get too excited when the Chicago Bulls were barely mentioned. But let's be honest, should we really be surprised at this point? The Bulls have been struggling to get the recognition they deserve for a while now, and it's something that's been gnawing at fans for seasons. I wasn't expecting any of our players to be in the MVP or Defensive Player of the Year conversations, and with Alex Caruso out the door, even the Sixth Man of the Year seemed like a long shot. But let's talk about Matas Buzelis. I had some real hope. Maybe he could sneak into the Rookie of the Year ROY discussion. Turns out, I might have been a bit too optimistic, but let's break down why that hope isn't completely lost. When ESPN's experts were asked who might take home the Roy Award, 7 names popped up: Reed Shepherd, Zach Edey, Donovan Clingan, Stefan Castle, Rob Dillingham, Alex Sarr, and Zachary Riesischer. Now, I get why Shepherd and Edey might get some early love. They'll be playing on winning teams with strong support systems around them. The same could be said for Rob Dillingham, who's joining a stacked Minnesota Timberwolves team, but how big a role will he really have in year one? It's a fair question, and one that makes you wonder if Matas Buzelis might actually have a better shot than we think. Let's face it, making a case for Roy is mostly about stats, impact, and highlight-worthy moments. It's not just about being on a winning team, it's about making a statement. And while it's not yet clear where Buzelis will fit in the Bulls' rotation, one thing's for sure: he's going to have a significant role on this rebuilding squad. This is a team in transition, and that means opportunities, big opportunities for someone like Buzelis to step up and show what he's made of. If his performance in the Summer League is any indication, with his two-way flashes and highlight reel plays, Buzelis could easily find himself in the ROI conversation, especially when you consider that there's no clear favorite in this draft class. Let's talk about his game for a minute. Buzelis isn't just another rookie. He's got a unique blend of skills that could make him a nightmare matchup for opponents. He's long, athletic, and has the ability to make plays on both ends of the floor. And being a walking highlight machine certainly doesn't hurt either. The kind of plays that make you jump out of your seat, the ones that get replayed over and over again on social media, that's the stuff that can put him on the map. But there's more to this story. We've talked about Buzelis' Roy potential earlier this offseason, and if you missed it, go back and check out our deep dive on that topic. We laid out all the reasons why this guy could surprise a lot of people this season. Remember, this is the NBA where anything can happen. The league is full of surprises, and sometimes it's the players no one expects who end up making the biggest splash. Now, switching gears for a moment, The Athletic released its 40 under 40 list for the NBA this week. But guess who didn't make the cut? Anyone from the Chicago Bulls organization. That's right, not a single name. It's a stark reminder of just how far this franchise has drifted from true relevance. This isn't just a list. It's a reflection of where the Bulls stand in the eyes of the broader NBA community. It makes me think about what Mark Eversley said when he first joined the Bulls as GM. A former Nike executive, Eversley stressed the importance of restoring and growing the Bulls brand. "We're trying to bring this team back to relevance," Eversley said in 2020. "This is the Chicago Bulls. It's an iconic brand, and there's a tremendous amount of history. But with that, we also carry a tremendous responsibility." Relevance was a big talking point early on, but I'm starting to worry that their definition of relevance might be different from ours. They seem to think that the Big Three era kept them relevant for too long. Instead of staying aggressive, they pulled over and took a nap on the side of the road. It was only after being towed and hit with a hefty fine that they reevaluated their decision-making. And that leaves me wondering, How high will they set the bar for the next era of Bulls basketball? Are we going to settle for just making marginal playoff appearances and calling it relevant? Or are we aiming higher, as we should? As fans, we know what this franchise is capable of. We've seen the highs, we've celebrated the championships, and we've experienced the glory days. But now, it's about reclaiming that legacy and setting a new standard. The players, the front office, the coaching staff, they all need to buy into this idea that relevance isn't just about making the playoffs. It's about building a culture of excellence, about striving to be the best year in and year out. That's what we want to see from our Bulls. So as we head into this new season, let's keep our expectations high. Let's demand more from this team because we know they have the potential to give us more. And as we follow the journey of Matas Buzelis and the rest of this roster, let's stay engaged, stay passionate, and keep pushing for the Bulls to return to their rightful place among the NBA's elite. That's all for today's deep dive, Bulls fans. If you're as passionate about the future of this team as we are, make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. We've got plenty more content coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Go Bulls!